Jim, Catherine. How you feeling,
Um,
Catherine?
Hi. I'm I'm extremely tired, but I want to just watch the class.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Don't feel you've got to do anything, especially if you're tired. My teacher, Master Zhang, used to say, "Watching counts. If you need to just watch today, that's okay. That's good." Sometimes actually you learn more that way. You just kind of
Okay.
watch and you see what's going on. All right, hon. You get yourself settled in where you're comfortable.
Thank you.
Okay, let's do the form a couple of times. We supposedly know three moves so far. The third move, I think we need to go over again, so we will do that today, and then we'll go on to the fourth move today. We'll sketch it in. Tomorrow we'll get it more solidly in there. I like the fourth move a lot. I think it's nice and easy. So let's just do the first three moves and just do as well as you can on them. I'm going to do this a little bit sideways, the first move. Actually, I'm going to do it at 90 degrees. Um, Watch my heels. Jill, how you feeling? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Unmute
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay, I got it. Um, I'm feeling much better,
Yeah, good.
but I have this amazing cough
Yeah.
that goes from the bottom of my lungs. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Well, Catherine's on the bench this morning.
Oh no.
You're on the bench this morning. Kevin's on the bench this morning. So Jim and I are the only ones actually moving. So we've got an audience, Jim. We better look good. Okay, so we're doing Jill. We're doing the form again, the first three moves from the beginning. I'm actually going to start the first move from 90 degrees. So I want you to watch my heels, and I'll call out when. Here. All right. That little bit of going up, all right, that gets your body weight up, and then you can use it to pull somebody down. And in your mind, you can think of Trump. Up on your heels. Boom. Okay, Jim, let me see you do it. Good, very good. One place I'm going to make a comment because I think it will help with your form. Let me just do the second move here. Watch. All right. Do this next part of the move. Don't do it in one sweep. Do it in two pieces. 1, 2. Now, from the outside, it may look like it's all sort of going together. but it will help with your balance. The reason the second move is kind of tricky is really because of your balance, and it's right in there, because really you're walking a tightrope. If the crack in the floor here is the tightrope, you're walking this tightrope here, and you got to keep your balance. You can't afford in the martial arts to lose your balance, because that's when you lose the match. Right? 1, 2. That little pause there allows you to root yourself into the ground. 1, right? Get your ground underneath you. Then 2. 1. This guy's on my front. You do not want to do this and then try and walk through, because you've got your body twisted in the wrong direction. Watch the front. It's to the front. It's actually a little more to the left even. And now it walks through. So it's your belly button's facing toward the front. See, I'm actually going to go by the midline to the left. Sink. And when you sink, you turn your dantian or your daimai a little bit. Open your toes. Now walk through with this all facing forward. Even a little bit to the left. So when you're learning this form, any time when you're practicing, if you feel like you're losing your balance a little bit, that's when you need to slow down and go, okay, what is it I'm missing? Because you have to keep your balance all the time. It was like, what if this was a class? What if this was a class in tightrope walking? You would have to learn to keep your balance all the time.
This help with field sobriety tests.
Yes, exactly. My grandfolks lived in Sarasota, Florida, which was the winter home of Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. I don't think it even exists anymore. I think they finally just let it go. But when we were kids, we would go and see the circus, because they would do the circus several months during the winter in Sarasota. And I can remember seeing the Flying Walendas, right? And they were walking, and not only that, they had people on their shoulders, and they were walking the tightrope. They were pretty amazing until they had a bad accident. Okay. Well, let's go through move number 3, which is lazily tie the coat. But Jim, you did it so well, I don't think we need to go into great detail about it. For Jim, this first time through the form is just about getting basic choreography. For you guys who are a little more advanced, it's about a little more than that. However, you're all sitting on the bench, so we're not going to cater to you guys today, right? Let's just go through move number 3. So from the end of move number 2, Buddha's warrior pounds the mortar. Sink with all the weight on the left. Step out at 45 degrees, sort of just a walking step. Swing forward, join the hands together under the Danshin, around, over the Danshin, and push forward. And then snap back to center, bringing your right toes with you. Now you're rocking the baby, all right? You got to bring your toes with you because you're going to work in that direction here in just a moment. One more. Relax. Step out, swing forward, join the hands together under, over, push, snap back to center, pulling your right toes with you. Now, as I said last week, once you get comfortable with that choreography, you're probably going to do what every other Tai Chi player does, and it looks like this. Whether you're not joining the hands together down here or you're joining the hands together up here. Technically, that's not correct. But if you just are considering just the flow within the form, it's absolutely fine to do it that way. Master Feng did it that way, everybody does it that way. Jill, does this make sense? Yeah. Haven't even gone into, but imagine Kevin's got hold of my hands. All right, boom, I swing forward to hit him in the crotch. He intercepts my hands. All right, join your hands together, boom, and drill down. That's a way to get rid of him. All right, but we don't do all that in the form. But you can think all that, and thinking will move your chi, move your body structure, so that you're close to being able to do it. And that's what the practice is. Relax. Forward. Join the hands under, over, push, rock the baby, and the toes come in. Go to the left, come back to the right. That's a little movement, but it's a big application. I think I've done it to Kevin before, all right? What's it feel like, Kevin?
All twisty inside.
The thing you have to pay attention to is the weight shift. The centerpiece of this movement, the whole movement, are these little minor weight shifts. So one of the things this move is teaching you is how much power you can get out of a small weight shift. And I'm gonna put on a couple pieces of tape here. All right, this is my spine. The center of my balance here. Here's my Danshin. So the center of my balance is really my spine. And if you feel in your own body, you'll note that in your back, there are two columns of muscle, one on the right side and one on the left side. And just by chance, these columns of muscles line up with your hip joints. It's just a total coincidence. All right? That's how you're shifting your weight from this white stripe to this white stripe. Watch. You're going to the left side, right here. Now you're coming back to the right side, right here. Then you're going back to the left side. Then you're coming back to the right side. Then you're going to the left side. Then you're going to the right side. Then you're going to the left side. And then you're coming to the right side. So it's all about these apparently small weight shifts. They sort of designed this move so that it's all about going, you know, it's not big movements. It's not movements like this. Boom. That's going to be in the next move. This one is much more subtle. Right? It's about here to here to here to here. But that's all, not quite, but it's almost 100% weight shift. Almost all my weight is over here. I add a little bit more and I could lift my left, right? To here, a little bit more and I could lift my right. So you're going about 80% side to side to side. 80% on the left, 80% on the right. The most important tool you have in your toolbox is your own mass, your own weight. So when you want to accomplish something, you engage your weight, which means you have to engage the ground. Right? The danxian to the ground and then back up again. It's a small motion. From the outside, you hardly even see it. But if you've learned to do it right, you can generate a tremendous amount of power. I'm starting to look like Tron, Kevin. Over on the right. Left. Right. Now this one would stretch out a little more and you'd actually engage the left side because you're pushing. Right? And then pull back in to the left and then to the right. This is a joint lock. Watch. That's a joint lock. Boom. Boom. You're going around literally kind of right in where these white stripes are. In fact, I could put the stripes down lower. So they actually go down into the hip joints. And you can feel it. You can feel those columns of muscle on either side of your spine and back. Watch this one. This is setting the lock. That's locking the lock. You use your weight. Yeah, of course there's a lot of other stuff going on, but you've got that weight going on there. All right. So maybe I should even use a white. This is worth taking a little time on because this happens everywhere in the form. This particular move specializes in it, but all the moves have it in there. All right, so it goes from either side of the spine down into the hip joint. All right, boom. Clear? That's what you're practicing. At least those of you who have been doing this for a while. Jim, this is just extra. But the basic idea you want to get right at the beginning is pay attention to these two lines on either side of your center core. All right? This line here. Relax. Now we're going to go to this line here. Now we're going to come back to this line here. Then we're going to go forward to this line here. And then to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. I hate doing this so slowly. And to the left, to the right, and sink in the right. You're doing a chin-ah on a guy's arm. Elbow strike. And then chin-ah. You don't do it with your arm muscles. You do it by structuring it correctly and then leaning your weight on it. You just, boom, relax on it. One more. Push. Push. You're going to have to push a little more from the left. Push. Snap back. Snap back and down. Under. Over to the right. Left. Block. Right. Right. It's exactly like being a left-handed batter in baseball. All right. Wind up, hit. Wind up, hit. Now, all right. Sink. Which side are you going to sink on? Where's your weight? Where's my weight? It's on the right. So I'm going to sink in my right. There's no point in trying to sink on your left because you've got no weight on it. You sink in the right and now you shift the sink to the left, which is the same thing as turning the Dan Chin. Okay, I think we should go on to the next move. Any questions about this? Okay, the next move is called six sealing, not sealing like this, but sealing like sealing wax, sealing a letter. Six sealing and four closing. Watch. Okay, this is a nice little move. I like this move. It's relatively shorter and more easy athletically than some of the ones we've been doing. Let's just pull it apart piece by piece. The first move is simple. It's just a big shoe circle, a big side-to-side circle. So it's going to have two halves. Every circle's got two halves, a yin half and a yang half. Here's the yin half. That's the yin part. That's the yang part. Yin, yang. All right? So what are you doing? Well, you're grabbing a guy and you're pulling him in closer to your body. You would do that if he's already swinging at you. So he's already coming toward you. There's lots of things you could do, but one thing you can do is grab him, and since he's already coming toward you, you can help him come toward you. Just pull him in. You redirect him a little bit so he doesn't hit you, right? But, right, here comes the guy, he's swinging toward me. Grab him. Pull him in. You notice I'm pulling him into the side, not into my center. Boom. Again. Grab him, pull him in. Watch my hands. Got his wrist, come behind at his elbow or his shoulder. Pull him in. Now that he's in there, he's probably lost his balance. When he goes to hit you, he's going to have his own balance. But what happens when somebody goes to punch you is they'll usually only punch you as far as their own balance stays balanced. When they feel like they're starting to lose their balance, they'll stop the punch. Now, the punch may continue and circle around, but they're going to stop coming forward. That's when you grab him. Oh, he's coming forward, grab him, pull him in. About right here is the place where the guy starts to lose his balance. And that's when you put your weight on it. Boom. All right. Now he's going to be falling forward like this. That's when you push him back. Grab him. Pull him forward. Oh, he's starting to lose his balance. Boom. that's when you push him over sideways. So it's a very satisfying move. Left, right, left, right. All right, so it's basically 2 shoe circles with quite a bit of ping in the second one. That is a flat circle. 1 circle to grab him, second circle to push him. Right? Each circle has a yin side and a yang side. Yin side, yang side. Right? Yang side, yin side, yang side. Right? Yin side, yang side. Yin side, yang side. You have to watch yourself inside to see what you're actually doing. Every push, so for instance, watch the push here. That's a push. That's a push. You don't push if you haven't wound up first. You always wind up first. However, not every wind up is really obvious. So watch. That wind up's pretty obvious. But what about the next wind up? The next wind up is just this. All right. The second wind up is tiny, but it's actually stronger than the first wind up. Because what you're doing is winding up your leg, all right, all the way into the ground. You're closing the hip joint, spiraling down the leg into the ground, and then you do it in reverse. And that's like releasing a huge spring, because your legs are the strongest part of your body. Wind up, apply. Wind up, apply. So there's the structure, and every move is like that. Every move is wind up and hit, wind up and hit, wind up and hit, or it may be wind up and joint lock, wind up and joint lock, wind up and joint lock, or wind up and throw, wind up and throw, wind up and throw. But that's it. So you just need to pay attention to it, and that's why that symbol is a symbol for Tai Chi. It's all about yin and yang. It's all about winding up, boom, hitting. Winding up, boom, hitting. All right? The reason Tai Chi, among the thousands of excellent reasons to practice Tai Chi, one of the best ones is this. This actually what Tai Chi means. All right, is the relationship between yin and yang, and this constant winding up, releasing, winding up, releasing, winding up, releasing. It's like a pump. And what it's pumping is your chi. And once you get the basic choreography of the form, so you don't have to be thinking about everything all the time, then you can start focusing on the pumping action. Wind up, release. Wind up, release. And you just feel your chi, right? Condensing and releasing. Condensing and releasing, and feel it pumping through the body. That's why it's so good for you physically. is just that constant motion inside the body. I think Kevin will, hopefully Kevin will back me up on this. I was really lucky. I got to work with a genuine Chinese Tai Chi master. And he taught us the real stuff. Now, most of what I learned in private lessons. So it's not like there's enough time in the public class to learn all this stuff, but he did teach it in the public classes too, just more lightly. It's getting a little better now, but basically in every Tai Chi class in the United States I've ever seen, they will not even mention this stuff. Doesn't even come up. All they're going to teach you is the outer choreography. You move here, you go here, you do this, you do that. And they don't even mention the inner work. But the entire point of Tai Chi and Qigong is the inner work. Without that, you're just doing dancing steps. Which is why I'm so adamant about this. Yin, yang. Yin, yang. Yin, yang. Wind up, deliver. Wind up, deliver. All right, 2 big shoe circles. 1, 2. All right. This next little move is really tricky. It's actually an advanced move that somehow got dropped into this form. Watch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is tiny. It's all happening inside. Relax. Where's my weight? On the left. Probably 60-40. So that means I'm going to sink on the side of the body that has more weight. Right? And it's going to mostly happen inside. Dan-Chen goes down, Dan-Chen comes back up. Very small. So what's that for? Imagine Kevin is kind of coming up behind me, and he puts one hand up, and he puts his left hand up on my shoulder, and he's got his right hand on my right hand, right? And he's starting to press down. Maybe he's gonna pull me down like that, right? One of the things you can do to dissipate his energy is to go down. So he's here and he's out here. He's going to feel me just sort of apparently just collapsing. But that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is winding up. All right? So again, wind up, and then you sort of shock him, and you grab him. And I've got his arm here, all right? And I'm up here, and now I'm going to shift my weight from the right to the left while I pull him down. And there he goes, off into the distance. All right? Now, his evil twin brother has come up, and his evil twin brother is going to push me in the chest. All right? Throw him down. Oh, here comes his evil twin brother. This is called brushing the chest. What you do when someone comes and pushes you in the chest, which is really common, is you come up into your Tanzhong acupuncture point. Tanzhong means literally center chest. All right? You come up into your Tanzhong. It's like putting armor on. So when he pushes you in the chest, you're not just a bag of bones. You've got power up there. So you're going to come up from the dantian, the back of the dantian, up into the Tanzhong. And now you wrap your hands, your arms, around his arms. His arms are on you here. You just wrap around him. You don't use your hands. You use your arms. And you pull them in close because you'll have better leverage that way. And now you don't use your shoulder muscles. What you use are your core. You're up in your Tanzhong, drop back down into the dantian. Watch. Tanzhong, dantian. Now I'm also sinking my body weight. It's a really powerful move. What will happen, he's just started to push you, and you're going to pull him down like that. It's almost irresistible. It's too bad Annie's not in here. One time in class, I asked her to demonstrate with me, and I actually, by accident, I actually did it to her. And when it is actually done to you, it's shocking. It's like it's like you've gotten electrocuted. I know that sounds weird, but that's what it feels like. And, you know, I did it, and then inside I'm going, oh shit. I didn't mean to, it just sort of took over and did it. And she got this look in her face like she was going to yell at me. And then I saw her face go, but I'm not really hurt. She was just shocked, but she wasn't hurt, which is the right way to do it, all right? The next move, all right, is a really powerful, well, they're all powerful moves, a really powerful move. Watch. One hand is circling this way. The other hand is circling this way. Why? Somebody's got hold of your hands. They've got hold of you out here. One of the things you can do is twist your body. In this case, my weight is on the right. I'm going to turn the weight to the left while I twist my body, and I'm going to extend the front arm while I pull the left arm back. So what I'm doing is creating a huge circle. And if this guy insists on holding on to you, he's got hold of you out at the end of his own arms, which means he doesn't have good leverage. You, on the other hand, are in close to your body, which means you do have good leverage. So, boom. generally that will twist somebody around to the point that they have to let go of you. But even if they don't, they'll be in a quonky position. So brush the chest, right? Hip rotations, right? And then you just let it go, and you do something called holding the ball. Right? You're holding a ball of chi. Here's a guy over here, right? You step out, you hit him with your hip, and then you push his hip with your hands, with that ball of chi, right? Where are you pushing him? Right here. Right? Right there. You can feel on your own body. If you can feel the tendons out here. Come inside the tendon. There's a dip there. You press into that dip, the hip will collapse. That's what you're pushing. Boom. If you're really good, when you come out, right? When you come out, you can step behind him. So you're actually tripping and pushing him too. Okay, those are all the pieces. We'll go through them again tomorrow, and we'll practice them one by one, and then all of them together. I like this move a lot. 6 sealing and 4 closing. Questions? No questions? Yes, Catherine. Oh, no. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. All of you who are sick with your various ailments, take care of yourselves. Rest up. Make your husbands take care of you. All right. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.
But what if our husbands are sick?
Husbands, it doesn't matter if they're sick. Tell them to tape their mouths shut so they're not coughing, and go out there and get you a cup of tea.
Well,
All right, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.